The gambling industry in other states is making a haul from people here at home.
We come to the Isle of Capri once a month. We would love to have casinos in Texas.
We traveled to Louisiana, a state raking in revenue from across the border.
It's kind of hard to gamble your way to prosperity.
Plus, the fate of this potential moneymaker in the hands of lawmakers.
Look, the people of Texas are not stupid.
And should Texans get the chance to decide this issue? We ask our roundtable.
Now, in-depth coverage of the Texas legislative session. In session, in depth.
Good morning and thanks for joining us for this special gambling edition of In Session In Depth. I'm Josh Hinkle. For at least 2 decades, Texas lawmakers have pitched the potentially lucrative idea of casinos with no luck. In a new exclusive scientific statewide poll of 500 Texans, KXAN learned 64% of them support casino gambling in the state. Later, we'll hear why, even after seeing that result, some lawmakers still say no. We also asked, how many times have you gambled at an out-of-state casino while living in Texas? 36% said never, 28% said once or twice, and 36% said more than that. And the amount of that spending adds up. Various studies have estimated anywhere from $2 to $4 billion of Texans' gambling money is going to other states each year. And many are our neighbors. Oklahoma, Mexico, New Mexico, and Louisiana all have casinos. Well, we wanted to find out for ourselves, taking a trip to one of the closest stops, Lake Charles, Louisiana. On the Lone Star side of the Louisiana state line,
If I break even, I'm happy.
this group of gals gathers in the Denny's parking lot on I-10,
Stay a few hours and come home. Honey, I'm home.
ready to spend some of their retirement money.
We have a lady in the car that just loves, she'd rather gamble than eat.
They're among the hundreds from Houston who cram into cars,
And then we're going to eat and gamble and win.
board buses, and head on down the highway every day to Lake Charles, Louisiana, where casinos are close and legal. The town already has 2, and with their success, another is on the way. A report by the Louisiana Gaming Control Board says most of the area's customers originate from the Houston area and would be hurt by legalized gambling in Texas.
We need it here in Louisiana. And you're going to take our school supply money if you do it in Texas.
Here, casinos are part of the culture
Y'all like coming over here?
and one of the state's biggest moneymakers.
Bring in a lot of revenue, jobs, good for the economy.
It's all part of the $1.5 billion the Texas Gaming Association says Texas is losing each year by not having gambling. The state of Louisiana uses the money it earns for things like highway improvements, teacher salaries, even gambling addiction treatment. Money well spent on a hotline and treatment centers, as people here say they've seen plenty of problem gambling.
Very few of them, I think, have the resolve to stop when they should stop.
If you're stupid enough to waste all your money at the casino, that's your problem.
Another concern, some say casinos can bring crime.
And we've responded, just the Lake Charles Police Department, to 10,000 calls since 2000. That's about 2 calls, maybe 2.5 calls per day.
And that's on these properties alone, crime that would not exist without the casinos.
Those calls can range from anywhere from littering to suicide or homicides.
But talk to the Lake Charles locals, and most say the benefits outweigh the bad. Something these Texans want to try, having casinos here.
I think people would go more often. It would help us. We need it.
Thoughts reinforced by our statewide survey. Again, 64% of Texans support having casino gambling in the state. We share these results with members of the committee considering a bill backing casinos.
We have to educate that 64% to let them know that this is not a panacea, it's a siren song, and it will bring undue suffering to our state with no economic benefit.
A lot of lawmakers say don't bet on gambling this session, but we'll tell you just how many everyday Texans like you want to have the choice to decide for themselves when In Session In Depth returns.